The natural gas industry is betting on New York citizens having a false sense of security because of the temporary ban on hydrofracking. Gas industry lobbyists have succeeded in getting Governor Cuomo's Department of Environmental Conservation to release draft regulations that will allow for a massive build-out of fracked gas storage, transportation, and conversion to export gas overseas. Concerned citizens believe that these regulations from Governor Cuomo could be a setup for future fracking in New York. Julia Walsh and Russ explain the ramifications of these fast-tracked regs.
Hi, I'm Julia Walsh from New Yorkers Against Fracking. We're here today with Russ Haven, Legislative Counsel for NYPIRG. He's going to tell us about DEC's new regulations on liquefied natural gas. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of these regulations and why we should be concerned?
New York has a unique history when it comes to liquefied natural gas, and it's shaped by an incident in 1973 when 40 maintenance workers at an LNG facility on Staten Island were killed when there was a huge explosion. In fact, the explosion was so powerful, it raised a concrete roof off the building. And because of that, there's effectively been a ban on the siting of new production and storage facilities for liquefied natural gas since that time.
Tell us how these liquefied natural gas regulations, recently released by DEC, have room for concern.
I was shocked when the regulations came out that there wasn't a greater emphasis on safety, that there was no cap on the size of the facilities, that there wasn't an expanded zone of safety between these facilities and the public, including places like schools. And I was also surprised that the New York State Department of Transportation doesn't have a formal role in implementing the law. Not having Department of Transportation play a formal role in these proposed regs is a huge red flag for us. Instead of doing the work to come up with specific rules and regulations for New York, they're just basically outsourcing this to a not-for-profit that sets codes for the industry. NYPIRG and other groups believe they should extend the comment period. This is something that New Yorkers, I think, would be surprised. We need more time to really analyze this.
We're also asking everyone to come to Albany on October 30th to join us for the DEC's public meeting and public comment session on the proposed LNG regulations.
People need to weigh in. They can weigh in with their local state legislators, their assembly members, and their senators, and obviously contact the governor and the Department of Environmental Conservation and urge them to provide more time for the public and also to go back and absolutely make sure that public health and safety are paramount in these regulations. At this point, it doesn't look like that's the case. And I guess the last thing is to just call out the governor and the DEC. If this is about fracking, they should be upfront about it.
Thanks so much, Russ.
It's time to show Governor Cuomo that New Yorkers won't let up and won't allow for these frack-friendly LNG regulations to be rammed through the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. We'll meet at the DEC's headquarters at noon on Wednesday, October 30th for a rally, followed by DEC's public comment hearing. Go to NewYorkAgainstFracking.org for bus or carpool info to the protest. It's time to take action. See you in Albany.
You take what you get what I leave.